picking now. So I'm going to give a 5 out of 10. Hollywood loves the drama when it comes to birth. But how accurate are these scenes really? Next up, one of my favorites, and I think many other people, Friends and Rachel giving birth. Let's have a look.
Push. I'm going to push for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Counting again.
Okay, the next contraction should be about 20 seconds. I can't push anymore.
Okay, I just want to call BS on this whole 20 second. You can't predict when contractions are going to come or not. I'm nitpicking, I know, but no one is going to tell you, oh, the next contraction is in 20 minutes, or in 20 minutes, in 20 seconds, or 2 minutes. When the next contraction comes, we push again.
Trudy, honey, you're doing great.
Oh, God, 20 seconds more, yes! Here we go. Okay, keep pushing.
Come on,
push. Wait, I see something.
What, you do? You do? Oh, my God!
Don't say, oh, my God, what?
What is that?
It's the baby's buttocks. She's breech.
Okay, I'm just going to straight out rate this video a 4 out of 10 because of this doctor. And I blame her for this. I know it's just a series and it's the way they've written the script, and it's actually years ago, so they might not have fact-checked everything. But you do not diagnose a breech baby by seeing the bums ready to be born. You don't. Unless this woman is coming from home and she's fully dilated, and the first time you touch this woman and she opens her leg, you see the bums. Yes, okay, fine. But she's been there, we all know, for 24 hours or even longer in labor, not progressing, and finally she's delivering. The first time you do an internal examination on someone that is in labor, you will be able to feel that it is not a head, that it is the buttocks of the baby. 100%. Purely based on the fact that they diagnosed the breech when she's pushing, I'm going to rate it a 4 out of 10. I'm sorry. It breaks my heart because I love Friends. But we're here to talk about accuracy, right? Next up, let's have a look at Grey's Anatomy, a favorite of many people. And I'm going to start with Bailey having her baby.
Hey, Dr. Bailey, let's go. Dr. Bailey, I need you to turn on your back. I need you to push.
Leave me alone.
Miranda. I can't let her go any longer. I'm gonna go tell Richard that he has to give us an hour, okay?
So my heart also breaks a little bit for Bailey here. What I love about this is that she starts with Dr. Bailey, which is very impersonal. And then when she's not getting a reaction out of her, and this is a very true reaction that Bailey has here, like, you know, giving up and she can't anymore, and she's crying and she's just absolutely out of it. And then she goes and she calls her by a name, Miranda. So that is often, it conveys more trust. And when a woman is giving birth, there's a lot of trust involved between her healthcare provider, the partner, whoever is involved. And I almost want to say there's no space for formal titles. It's often done, but you're more likely to respond to someone when they call you by your name and listen to what they're saying than just Mrs. or Doctor. It's very impersonal. But she still didn't get a reaction out of her, so Bailey was really, really ready to give up at this point.
This is not how I thought you would do this.
Dr. O'Malley, I don't think that...
Truly. I expected more.
George.
You're Dr. Bailey. You don't hide from a fight. You don't give up.
I love how he just became like her birth support.
Let's have this baby.
Okay, so here George is getting on the bed behind her. We don't really have people jumping on the bed where I've worked before. I'm not saying it's impossible. In this situation where the partner is behind the mom, it's usually in a squatting position, so sitting somewhere on a chair or on the bed, and she's hanging between his legs. So it's like this, but not on the bed. And again, she looks like she's sitting up too much. And you'll see when she's actually having the baby, she's in a sitting position. The baby's not going to come out that way. She needs to be much lower, or the bed has to have that little gap there, which we can't really see here. We might just assume it's there. See, George is pushing with her.
Oh. Dr. Bailey, I can see the top of his head. He's got a lot of hair. Oh, he's cute.
Molly,
Yeah?
stop looking at my JJ.
Yes, ma'am.
That's quite funny. We don't really have mirrors all over the place, but if someone brings it with, by all means, they can use it. I think in terms of accuracy, I'm between a 6 and a 7, but let's see what happens to Meredith, and then I'll make the final call for Grey's Anatomy.
Figures you go into labor in the middle of a superstorm. Okay, we need to go over your birth plan. We never talk details.
Hang on.
I can't bully people unless I know what to bully them about.
Maybe you should get back into bed.
Want to go back to bed?
No.
She says no.
What do you need? A little bouncy ball.
Ice chip.
She says ice chips.
Okay, I'm not gonna go with the ice chips here. I've never had anybody request ice chips. This is one of those, people talk about craving ice chips, or you're only allowed to eat ice chips in lab. You're not supposed to eat food that they built in here. No, if someone wants something, they might ask for water, they might ask for juice, they might ask for something for energy, but in that moment when you are contracting like this and now to sit and chew on a piece of ice, I'm not saying it's impossible, I'm just saying that I've never had a mom requesting ice chips.
Her contractions are every 3 minutes.
She doesn't want drugs.
I have Dr. Knox available in case she changes
She
her
doesn't
mind.
want
Okay,
drugs.
can everybody just please shut up? I want to push. I feel like I need to push. Can I push?
I just need to check first.
What's going on?
Meredith, I need you not to push.
Why?
There's face presentation. I can feel your baby's face. So we're going to need to do a C-section.
C-section. I do not
Okay,
want
face presentation. So a baby can present in many different ways, but sometimes the baby doesn't get into a comfortable or optimal position to be born or to fit through the birth canal. It's called a malpresentation. It can be any other body part besides the head and the bum. If it's the head, it's normal. We call it a cephalic presentation. If it's the buttocks, it's obviously breech. So if it's a shoulder, if it's a hand or a knee, it's a malpresentation. And in this case, it is a face presentation, which means this is a mom's pelvis, baby is supposed to come out there. If we had to now see inside the vagina, we would be seeing this, not the top of the head, or this, depending how the baby is lying. We're going to talk about that in a moment when we figure out what is wrong here.
Can't you just rotate the baby and push his face away?
It's very risky for the baby, for Meredith.
So what are the risks of repositioning the baby?
Not the minor risks. The big, ugly, scary risks. Because I'm a lightning rod for those.
It's not an option.
Why not?
Are you saying babies with face presentation can't be born naturally?
It's not a good option.
Neither can't be born naturally.
When I say a vaginal delivery isn't an option, I mean it's not an option. Now, I could stand here and waste time explaining how your baby is in a mental posterior position and how pushing a baby like that will hyperextend its neck, which can be fatal.
Mentum posterior. Mentum refers to the baby's chin. And what she is saying is the way this baby is presenting makes it impossible to have a vaginal delivery because the baby's neck is going to be hyperextended. So what does this actually look like then? So if a baby is mentum anterior, so this is your back, this is the pubic symphysis. So this is anterior, posterior. So if the baby were to go in like this, or a little bit skew, what is happening at the top is this baby is lying like this. You can see this is not the most comfortable position. And the head is stuck there. The head didn't flex in. So if a mom should push, there's still a chance, if she pushes the baby, that this baby's chin can go underneath the pubic symphysis, and then there's basically like a pivot point, so this baby's head can still come and the baby can be born like this. However, in Meredith's case, this baby the chin is on the posterior side, so this baby is lying like this. And you can see that if she is going to keep pushing, this baby is going to do this, but there's no way for the chin to actually flex anywhere because she's against the mother's sacrum there. So that's why it can be fatal, because this baby's neck is just going to be hyper extended until the point where it injures the baby, obviously, and it becomes fatal. I do have a little bit of a problem, though, with Derek saying that Meredith is having contractions every 3 minutes, but she talks throughout this entire time, and conveniently enough, the contractions stop while they're having this long conversation. And between Bailey and Meredith, I think I'm going to give them a 6 out of 10 overall for the accuracy. It's not too bad, but it's not entirely accurate. The last one, and maybe you've guessed it, call the midwife. Let's have a look.
Small pushes now. Small pushes. Rightio. Baby's with us as far as his chin. Now I just want one more enormous push. We'll all be done and dusted.
So what is happening here is called a shoulder dystocia. The baby got stuck, so the head is delivered. This baby's out, and the shoulders are turned like this. But this baby's shoulders is still hooked behind the symphysis pubis. When the baby is born, normally this shoulder will unhook, the bottom one will unhook, and the baby will come out. However, in cases like this where there's a shoulder dystocia, and this is more likely with bigger babies and babies to diabetic mothers, for instance, this shoulder can get stuck. And the way you get that out is either by changing the mother's position or by trying to rotate the baby with certain maneuvers. Let's see what Chummy is doing.
It seems that baby's shoulders are stuck. If we work together, we can free them.
I love how they focus on the fact that you need to get the mom involved. If you're not talking to her, she doesn't know what's going on. You don't want to scare her immediately by saying, oh, this is now a very bad situation, but you need to get her on board and get her to concentrate on getting this baby out calmly. She's not panicking. You can see she's nervous. Like in many instances, it actually does happen that the birth attendant starts freaking out and the mother picks up on that.
Just tell me what to do. I want you on the floor, on all fours. Yes? That's it.
Okay, now she's trying a different position.
Slowly. That's it. Now, I need you to push, absolutely, with all of your strength.
Okay, so the first position didn't help, so now they're trying a different position where the mother is lying on her side and she's putting her leg up. If there is someone to hold the leg, they would be holding her leg. Luckily, in this case, there was a bed that she could put her leg up. But every time you change the position, it can dislodge this shoulder.
Come on, little soldier. Come on. Play the game. Play the game. Little thing, come
on. Okay, I'm nervous for Chummy here as well. That can be a scary delivery if the shoulders are stuck and you're trying different things and you're not getting them dislodged. It is quite normal for these babies to be born a little bit floppy because of all the struggling, and they might just be like really tired from this birth. But what I really like here is that she's not stimulating the baby like you would sometimes see on movies or even on YouTube, where they pick the baby up by the feet and slap him on the back. Like that's abuse. She is rubbing in. It's exactly what we are also taught, is you rub them gently on the back, because sometimes when people panic, like in this situation, the baby is not crying, you might start panicking. They can be quite rough and they can maybe rub this baby really hard. You don't want to make it painful, but you have to rub hard enough to stimulate them. And flicking the feet and pinching the baby, none of those things are actually acceptable. This stimulation is more than enough. Wiping the face, so any kind of movement can stimulate this baby to start taking that first breath. And you can see after a couple of seconds of doing this, the baby is fine. If the baby didn't respond, then she would have to carry on with normal resuscitation measures. But in many, many instances, babies just need a couple of seconds to realize that they've been born, and then they might start crying. I could have told you beforehand, if it's from Call the Midwife, I would give it a very high score. So that's my take on all these birth scenes. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you've actually gone through childbirth and you have an opinion about these births, what worked, what didn't work, or if you think there are more birth scenes that I can check out and make another video about. If you haven't had a baby yet and you're planning a vaginal birth, I don't want you to be freaked out by this. I have a video explaining how a vaginal birth works in a very calm environment right here.